Okay, so if you own a business and have anything to do with watching your conversions, you're going to want to see this tool. This is a tool that allows you to ethically spy on your website visitors. Check it out. Hey Dennis, how you doing?
I'm fine. How about yourself?
I'm good, good. Hey, it's such a privilege to be able to finally speak with you. We've messaged each other on Facebook, we've commented on each other's posts, and finally, almost face to face, well, face to face on the computer, we get to talk.
Yeah, it's only 150 kilometers from here, so a
Yeah,
bit sheesh.
we're really close. We could be meeting in person.
Could be, yeah.
Maybe next time, right?
Maybe next time.
Hey, I'm so excited to talk to you about your latest launch that's actually happening tomorrow, very, very quickly.
Yes.
ConvertiFire, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. So the first question I want to ask you, I loved on your preview to your sales page, it was if your conversions suck or you're looking to increase them, this one's for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like I like how you put that. Tell me a little bit more about that. If your conversions suck, this is for you.
Well, a lot of the times in internet marketing, you see that most of the budget for internet marketing is spent on the actual acquisition of traffic to your website, and a lot of the traffic just goes into the trash bin. It doesn't convert, and yeah, the biggest problem there is that it's really hard to identify why it fails to convert. So that's what we've tried to tap into and see what we can do to modify it. It's actually an idea of Stefan's, my partner, and he has been running into this problem for quite a while now. And the tool that we're on didn't really meet his expectations, so
Right.
that's when we started.
So for every product that we see come out, we oftentimes see, there's a problem, and that problem creates an idea of a product. The product comes out to provide the solution. So the
Yeah.
solution that you're providing with ConvertiFire is conversions, or is it more than that?
Sorry, can you rephrase that?
Yeah, every product that we see comes out, usually there's a problem, and the product is attempting to solve a problem. And so
Yeah.
with ConvertiFire, is the problem that you're attempting to solve actually the conversions, or is it bigger than that?
It is the conversions mostly, but it goes deeper. It goes way deeper. It's about how your company can get more sales, of course. So that's the conversion part. But you get the chance in your consumers and your customers' head. You can actually see what they think, and that's something really valuable because you will find things that you wouldn't ever have thought of.
Very
Crazy
good.
thing to see someone browsing your website.
Oh, totally. So I've taken a look at some of your main features, and you just to name them off so that our viewers can see. We're talking heat maps, conversion
Yeah.
funnels, form analysis, feedback polls, feedback surveys, and CCTV-ish recordings. So can we
Yep.
talk a little bit about those heat maps? Tell me about the heat maps.
Yeah, heat maps is basically, it has been around for quite a while. It's nothing new. It's just something that you need. It's a basic package. You will need it if you want to increase your conversions. That's just one of the basic things that we needed to add. So it wasn't much of an option to integrate this. Well, heat map is basically it shows heat map like images of your website and how customers interact with them. So if you have a buy button somewhere, a play button, or something that the user would interact with, you could see like this reddish color around it. It would light up. It would show you that users are browsing around that area, are hovering their mouse around that area. So this basically shows you the highlights and the attention grabbers that you have on your page, so you can base the most important information around those areas in your layout. That's basically what a heat map does for you.
Okay, so I read a little bit about seeing where the eye is going. Is that what's happening? You're actually measuring where the mouse is being moved on the page, and that's how the heat map is tied in?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We record all the locations that the mouse is hovering on, and the studies have shown there is a big correlation between the mouse movement and the actual mouse movement, or the mouse movement and the eye movement. So you're basically following your mouse with your eyes, and it has a correlation. So it's basically where the users are looking at.
Okay, cool. I want to bounce up a little bit into conversion rate optimization because we're hearing that Google Trends, and on your sales page, I see that Google Trends says that interest in CRO, or what we call conversion rate optimization, is at an all-time high. And I want to
Yeah.
know from you, why do you think that is?
Well, like we talked about just a bit earlier, the market has always been around acquiring leads, acquiring traffic to your website, and it's an ever-evolving market. For conversion rate optimization, it's been a pretty young market as well. There are some tools, but the competition isn't that hard. There are well, just 3 or 4 big ones that do this, and they have a monopoly on this market. And there isn't much changing. There is no innovation. There is nothing going on there. Since well, the last couple of years, that has grown a bit. The market has expanded, and there are more tools in the market now. There's conversion tracking. There's these heat maps, these recordings. Everything's popping up everywhere, but there's no real all-in-one tool that does all the things that you will need for your conversion rate optimization.
And,
Sorry?
and ConvertiFire also, as you mentioned, all-in-one feedback tool. So
Yep.
you've got all of these, surveys and polls all in one tool, and you're telling me that your competitors or other programs that are like this only hit 1 or 2 of them, but you hit them all. Is that kind of the difference that sets you apart?
That's kind of the difference, but yeah, there are a couple that are pretty close to what we are doing. I'll be honest about it. They are mostly nicely looking. It's all branded. It's all branded, and the data that they have is actually corrupted. The angle that we took here is because of Stefan's problem. We started investigating in what they did in their recordings and what they are actually recording. We actually had some tests with different of the platforms. We included all of these tools on one page, including our own ConvertiFire, and we started some recordings. And well, then we compared the differences afterwards. One of them is leaving out the first 3 seconds, the last 3 seconds of every recording, for example. Although those are the most important on your recordings, because you want to know why people are bouncing off your page, and you want to know why they are leaving. And these kinds of technical mistakes happen a lot, and all the big guys, they have broken data. One of the things I keep referring to is you're starting to split test, and you start to use conversion rate optimization within your campaigns. One of the first things you will do is changing your pages and trying out split test and trying to get your ROI and your conversion a bit higher than it was. And the recordings that are from our competitors, those recordings, a lot of the times they don't even record the page changes. So that meaning they are putting up the data that they record. They are putting that on the old visual display of your website. So it's not even accurate anymore. You might have moved the button, and they are still showing that there are clicks on a certain area that doesn't exist. So it's mostly the technical part that isn't working, and that we try to improve on. And yeah, we just needed something that actually shows the data as it is. That's the only goal of this whole analysis tool, to have accurate data, and that's what we're trying to do.
Right. So I like what you said about the A/B testing, because testing is so hugely important in a marketplace where you're trying to test results based on your sales copy, how you're running your campaign. How is using ConvertiFire better than A/B testing, or how do you lump that in with A/B testing?
Well, basically, it's not better than A/B testing. A/B testing is just one of the tools that you'll need. A/B testing is the start of it, and when you start A/B testing, you basically have some ideas or might have some guesses on what might work to improve your conversion rate, and you just try things and assume because you have a higher conversion rate that was the right choice, or that you actually changed the right part, but it doesn't really have to be the case. What we do is actually record this data, and we make it insightful, and you can actually see what is improving your conversions, and you can have these A/B test ideas from the recordings that you have, because you can see your user interact with your website, you can see what he is doing, you can see how he's thinking, you can see that he's clicking on something that isn't clickable. These things you can't get from an A/B test, so it's just an add-on. It's not that this will ever replace A/B testing. It will just be 1 and 1 is 3 in this case.
Yeah.
You can't do with neither.
Yeah, so people need to do their A/B testing because they're getting valuable information from that, but they can track that information using ConvertiFire.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Tell me, who do you anticipate would get the most benefit? I mean, other than the general, if you're needing better conversions, that type of thing, can you pinpoint or maybe talk to me a little bit about some niches that would do really well using ConvertiFire, or any that maybe you've tested previously, or any you'd anticipate would do well?
Anyone with lead acquisition or sales on their page, really. Anyone who's selling stuff or trying to acquire leads for something. So if you have an opt-in screen or a landing page or a squeeze page, you will need this to convert more people from the traffic that you already have.
So anyone with a landing page. We're not talking just e-commerce or health niche, but anyone with a landing page.
Anyone, yeah, it's for anyone, yeah, because the traffic is already there. In most of the cases, the traffic is already there. If you don't have traffic, there's nothing to test. So the traffic is already there. So you're leaving money on the table by not testing. If you want people to call you, if you have a brick and mortar business, you want people to see your contact details, contact you, ask for an invoice, stuff like that. That stuff needs to be tested, because a green button might just add you a couple $1,000s a year extra instead of a red button. So that's something people keep forgetting. Really, it's for everyone.
Awesome. It's not niche specific. Anybody can use it as long as you have a landing page.
A landing page, or you want people to contact you, you want to make sales, anything that has a conversion rate.
Yeah, anything that you can have a conversion rate with, you want to measure it, you can find out more about how things are doing by using ConvertiFire. I'm reading about a 512% conversion rate. Talk to me about that. Are you guaranteeing an increase of 512%, or where's that number coming from? Talk to me more.
Yeah, that's on one of Stefan's campaigns he ran earlier. It can be much less. It can be way higher. We've seen on our sales page, you'll see a short message about someone whose name is undisclosed, that ran either for Best Buy or Amazon. He ran some campaigns and did some conversion optimization. He changed one button and he changed a couple of other things around, and it made the company 300 million euros extra that year. It's just it really depends on what averages you are already seeing right now. If you have a really great designer and they know about the basics of conversion optimization, you might have way lower percentages because your page is already great. But if you don't, you can see 3,000%. You can see way more. It really depends on the numbers that you're running right now. It's just you need to keep testing, because after one test you won't have the optimal result yet. So you will need to do another test and another test until you think there is not much more to improve, and your new tests are just lowering your conversions instead of hiring it.
Right.
So yeah, it's unlimited, really. You can do as many as you want, and as long as you do them often and you keep track of what you're doing, you will see great conversions. You will see bigger conversions.
Yeah, I can see the value in using a tool like this to so that you can see what it is you need to pay attention to. Because
Yeah.
oftentimes we'll have a page and we'll go, well, this one's working better than this one, but you have to test one thing at a time. It can be quite time consuming because you're not sure if it's the video they don't like or if it's the language used, the copy. But I can see the value of seeing the information you provide, being able to analyze it, and then go back and say, okay, now we know what to test. We know what area to target. So, I mean, looking good from that angle.
Yeah,
Uh,
thanks.
I wanted to ask you about what you believe your target market is. So I'm not very technical, and a lot of my viewers, some of them are highly technical, and some of them just don't want to do technical. They want something easy, but they need to be able to help their conversions and whatever sales they're doing. So what type of a user can use ConvertiFire? Are they going to have to hire somebody to help them with the technicalities of tracking information, or talk to me about that?
No, well, what we wanted to do is basically be the opposite of a Google Analytics type setup. Google Analytics can be really easy. You just integrate a small script on your website, and after that it will start tracking, and it will give you so much information that it's just one big information overload, and you won't know where to start. And it goes so deep, and we can go deep, but in the base level, it's really easy to use. You just integrate that little script on your website, and you're tracking. You can play back recordings for a page, so you will just see the mouse moving over your page. You can see what a user is doing on your page, which buttons he's clicking, what pages he's navigating to, stuff like that. It's really easy to see. There's nothing you can miss. You will see the tracking lines, and you will see where it's been clicking, what it's looking at. It's just so easy.
That sounds amazing. Just one line of script, and
One line of code, yeah.
you get a ton of information.
Yeah, it's copy and paste.
So I see that's just absolutely amazing, because these days, when I'm asked to test something, or, I need to download something and I need to install it, and sometimes,
Yeah.
it gets like that.
Yeah.
But one line of script, one line
Yeah.
of code, stick that
Yeah.
in there, and you're up and running to see your information. Amazing.
If you know how to use Google Analytics, you will know how to integrate this as well.
I like it. I like it. And I know that our viewers will like it as well. Let's see. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the pricing, because I can see you do have a special offer. You're offering monthly, and then you have that one time. And you were mentioning earlier that one-time fee that, you want to continually be testing. And so that, to me, kind of shouted out that one-time fee was going to be a really good buy there. But I know that this is, kind of your launch phase and that type of thing. What do you anticipate prices going up to once you're done with launch? Have you talked about that?
Yeah, we have. There are a couple packages. The thing is that this is the server cost. That's the big problem here. The kind of information that is coming in here, the data that it's collecting, it's huge. We are saving web pages at, like we said, at a lot of different times in history. So there is a lot of backups and different versions of your website that we are saving and serving you back. I think that we are probably going to lose money over time on the data, on the cost of the data saving. It's the money that we need right now to catapult this into something way bigger, something that can compete with the big guys and step them on their toes and make sure that innovation is happening again and get them off their monopoly thrones, to be speaking.
So it sounds to me like this is, your launch phase where you're kind of, going to continue to develop. And are you going to be hitting enterprise level businesses with this product?
Yeah, we have a couple big companies lining up for pilot that want to drive. So yeah, we are expecting a couple of enterprises to start using this as well. This is kind of a beta phase for everyone, so we want the feedback from the client. That's why we're offering it rather low. We just want people in, we want people using it, and we want to hear their suggestions. We want to improve on that, and we want to make this the best tool that there is. in the entire industry. So it's going to be there for the long term, and you can have years and years and years of usage with this tool for a long time fee. It's incredible.
Awesome.
Most of the tools that are out there right now are costing upwards of $1,000 a year.
Yeah. So anybody looking to increase your conversion, I would recommend you check out this tool. Really offered at a phenomenal price. You can get that one-time fee, and give feedback to Dennis and Stefan and their team so that they can improve the product, and you can be in on something really big. I wanted to tell our viewers we are adding some bonuses. We've got about 5 bonuses from the guys, from Dennis and from Stefan, and we'll be putting those on our bonus page along with our own bonuses that we're throwing in there as well. And thanks so much for offering those bonuses, Dennis. And is there anything else you want to add that I haven't asked you about ConvertiFire?
No, basically, you'd have to check out the demo. It's too much to talk about. We tried to shoot a demo video. It's about 30 minutes long. Try to skip through it a bit. And it's so much features, so much to see and to do. It would be good if you have a look around and get a feel for the product, because this is something that has been built for 13 months now, with 3 guys from the development team, from the marketing, and a couple of guys testing it out. There's so much time and hours gone into this, and well, yeah, I think we just saw the tip of the iceberg, but there was so much more to see. So go have a look there.
I did see that that lovely demo, and I heard at the beginning, it's so hard to compile all this information into one video, and I think that my viewers can appreciate the fact that a great team has been working on this. You've been, building it, and you've got a format, experienced guys working on this and really wanting to create something that's great for a long time to come. So I think that's appreciated, and I encourage all of my viewers to look at that demo, watch all of the features we're not able to cover in this interview. We've mentioned them, but really you need to go check out the demo and see it for yourself. Thank you so much, Dennis, for joining me on IMMarketNews for this interview, and I wish you guys. Thank you for having me. I wish you guys the very best on this. You've got it looks like a great product that is only the beginning.
Yeah, thank you very much. We'll see how it goes.
All right, cool. Well, you take care, and I'll talk to you soon.
Talk soon, bye-bye. Thank you.
Thanks, bye-bye. Now, make sure that you do check out the demo. There's so much information that's packed in to ConvertiFire that it's not something we could cover in the interview. So check out that demo. And also, we are adding our own bonuses here today. We've added some that were given by the creators of ConvertiFire, but we've added our own as well, and you can pick that up down at that button below. Get it today.